Hey everyone, this video is for anyone who is trying to master the Recon class and be as efficient as humanly possible and helping you and your squad win the game. For those of you who hate snipers who camp, this video is for you because I am not one of those guys. Alright, this is usually the class that I like to roll with. The M95 is the last sniper that you'll unlock. I've unlocked everything as you can see across, so I pretty much like to use this setup on most maps. I'll show you a different one in a second. These first few clips are on bullet drop. This is a slow motion look at how to aim above the head of your enemy depending on distance. You can see how far away he was and how high I had to aim above his head. It's about a half a dot for that distance if you're looking through the rifle. I got another clip coming up here that shows the same thing but in real time, so kind of gives you an idea of what to look for as far as bullet drop goes in this game. Alright, now is when the video starts getting good. I really do not like to camp. You'll see throughout this video that I get as close to targets, objectives, enemies as humanly possible. I will very, very rarely ever sit back and snipe, and I will never do it if my squad needs me around. I've gotten pretty good at the pistol. I use it quite often because I do like the closer combat. The thing that the Recon class gives you that other classes don't is your radar grenade. I think they actually call it a radar mine. But either way, use them and use them as often as you possibly can. Alright, now I throw mine out here because I know there's enemies around because I can hear that beeping, that ticking. That's somebody else's radar mine. I'm showing up on it, so when you hear that in game, make sure that you try to get out of that range or throw one of your own so that you can counter it. The radar mine is going to be one of your top ways to getting experience points in this game as a Recon player. Each time a teammate kills somebody within your radar zone, you get 20 experience points. If one of your squad kills them within that area, you get 30. It's a great way to get free, easy experience points just by keep throwing those grenades out there. Whether you think there's enemies there or not, you never know what can happen as they sit there. I just laid a mortar strike down on essentially nothing. It's to help me make sure I can defend this point, because like I said, I'm a sniper. I'm as close to the target as I can possibly be. It's another radar grenade. It's just keep throwing them. I can't stress it enough. Here's another situation where I'm standing on top of the building I was just in. I think it's actually the same life, to be honest with you. And I get a couple of kills here, but you can see that I have the scope on that will allow enemies to show up on all of my teammates' radar with one of those little triangles above their head. Another way to get free points. Alright, now here's a good example of the reload time on these. It is not short. These M95s reload really slowly. Alright, now here's an example of me spawning right with my squad, right next to a target, throwing a motion mine down, and helping. I'm not standing back, I'm not 800 miles away hoping that I can get a couple of free kills, bring my kill-death ratio up. I'm in the middle of it, trying to get not only experience points by using my radar, but I'm also in the spot where most people wouldn't expect me to be. Alright, we captured that base and now I've moved up the stairs to help defend it and to also get an eye on C and to help those guys capture it. As you can see, we're trying to capture it right now. So I targeted both those enemies, took one out. Now the base that I'm sitting on top of is under fire, so I turn around, plant another mortar strike, pull out my pistol, and try to help my squad as best as I can. Alright, here I am defending Alpha. I'm sitting right on top of the target, not as far away from it as humanly possible so nobody kills me. I'm actually here helping my squad. You'll see throughout this clip that I get a bunch of kills, not only with help from the UAV that one of my squad mates is flying above us, but also from my scope that is pointing out enemies to not only me, but to my squad mates as well. Okay, real briefly, I'd like to go over the radar mines. You get 2 to start with, and unless you can get an ammo crate, that's all you're going to get. Also, only throw 1 at a time. A lot of people will throw them both thinking that they're getting use out of both of them. That's not the case. You're going to throw 1, and once you throw the other, the first one you threw is going to turn off. So you can only have 1 going at a time. So make sure you watch the radar screen to see exactly when it happens. Also, I think it's about 60 seconds between mortar strikes. So try to time it correctly. Use those whenever you can. This is the next weapon and setup for the Recon class that I'm going to cover with the VSS. I also use the T88 as well in some of these clips. Both of these guns are great with the red dot. This is more of an assault rifle. It's not a single shot by any means, but it's great because you can keep your Recon class items, like you just saw me throw my radar mine there, and you can also use your mortar strikes, and you're still dressed in a ghillie suit. So all these things work to your advantage. Again, you'll notice I spawned right there on C. I'm guarding C. My squad is now moved up. I'm helping them move up by throwing the radar mines. And now, because I don't have a scope, I like to use my binoculars to locate enemies if I can. Also, now I've noticed in that radar down there in the left that there may be enemies in that building, so I bombard it. Alright, and wrapping it up here, we're just going to show a couple of mortar strikes and radar grenades just to exhibit their importance, and also the fact that I'm never far away from my target. Keep watching that radar through these last few clips. Okay, everybody, rate, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you watching the video. Check out battlestrats.com for all the best strategies and tactics for all your favorite games. Also, daily gaming news. Join the forums. Check us out.